metagame of achievements, which was
the
genius.
metagame of achievements.
No, listen.
Whoa, we are at high-level achievements now, guys.
Hey,
wow, that's a top-tier achievement there.
Just so you know, if you get on a reality show, your gamer score is very threatening.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. You almost got knocked off during that Tekken 6 challenge just because you were like, oh.
Yeah, I was amazing at Tekken 6. I don't know why.
Yeah, you were one of the best ever at Tekken 6. Yeah.
Hey, my Lily has much improved.
I'm sure it has.
Okay, I didn't.
Nobody plays Tekken 6 anymore.
Yeah, that was the thing. I didn't really get into it as much as I did DOA, but I still had the fundamentals, which allowed me to beat a FIFA player.
That's right. You beat
a soccer player.
A professional FIFA player at Tekken 6.
Yes, I know.
Good for you.
I know.
And here we are. We've got Rikuto going up against Chosen1. This is a button check, but of course we are going to see Rikuto using Bayman and Chosen1 using Brad Wong. Now, we've seen both these players before.
Right.
You know, we saw Chosen1 lose to Lapido.
Right.
We saw Rikuto beat Alan Paris.
Right.
Which set up this match.
Biggest upset for me was Mamba right there losing to an underdog.
Well, now, was he an underdog? Because he's brothers with the person that won Mortal Kombat.
Well, first of all, though, his brother is 14, so obviously he hasn't had much competitive time unless he was doing it when he was 10 or, like, a baby. I'd imagine that he's only been competitive for...
Well, now, I did hear, Kat, that you were playing the imported version of Super Mario 64. When you were what? I mean, you couldn't have been more than 10 or so.
Yeah, even, let's see, EverQuest. Hugest game for me. That was back in '98, I think.
Yeah,
and
so,
I was born in '88. So I was 10 and
10.
11 when I was like PvPing in South Coronos on EverQuest, which, you know, when I think about it, I remember it so much, but thinking I was 10 playing, it's so weird. So yeah, maybe you're right that these guys have been in the competitive zone, and they're not necessarily an underdog more than they just... DOA hasn't been around for 5 years.
Exactly.
Competitively.
Okay, competitively, yes.
Competitively. Yes, correction. And, you know, to see somebody come out of the woodworks isn't surprising because this isn't the first time I've seen it now that I've been part of the Hot Import Nights DOA and part of E3. Very fortunate. I love those events. Amazing events. And it was great to see players come out that I knew were on forums or
We're
online.
Back on the stage.
Your favorite.
My favorite stage.
Yep.
And, you know, Chosen1's off to a really good start. Sorry to interrupt your story, but we've got some Dead or Alive action here at Summer Jam 6. You like my announcer voice when I go into Summer Jam 6?
There you go.
Okay.
Summer Jam 6.
Sunday. Anyway, so Rikuto is off to a good start. Now, we saw in the last match, you cannot let Rikuto get the offensive momentum. You cannot let him pin you against the wall. That means death. And as we see here, he has the offensive momentum. And, you know, Chosen1 had Rikuto down to half life, and Rikuto said no.
Well, you know, I favored Mamba earlier, but somebody that I don't know how I missed this, but Rikuto's been playing really well with Bayman. And I'm going to favor him to be at least top 3. So I'm rounding out my top 3 here.
Now, it'll be interesting because Shade knocked him into losers bracket, and if he wins this match, and if Shade wins the next match coming up, they will face each other again.
So we're going through losers bracket right now.
Yeah, this is losers bracket match.
Okay.
But okay, now this is a terrible position for Chosen1. He has his back to that generator. Okay, he's moved his way out. Nice counter there by Rikuto. That is what Rikuto is best known for. That was all his Bayman had in DOA4. Now he clearly has quite a few more options.
Right.
And, you know, again, Chosen1 needs to shift the offensive momentum. He needs to get into his stance steps. He needs to stop Rikuto from getting the offensive momentum. This is a good start here. Now, he's back. I don't like that back away. He needs to keep the pressure.
You don't like that back away on anybody.
Yeah, because against Rikuto, you have to keep the offensive
pressure. Like you said, Bayman is a slow character.
Exactly. You need to keep that pressure. And as you can see here, he is now on the ropes.
Right.
Backing away again. Like, Chosen1 needs to set the offensive pace, and he needs to make sure he keeps it going. This is going to end the match right here. Chosen1 has to
no matter what choice he makes?
And he chose correctly. He blocked, which actually that was Rikuto's fault because there is a way that you can always inflict damage on the opponent.
Right, that's what I was assuming. What would you have to do in that situation?
If you press throw,
right,
and the opponent presses block,
right,
or attack, either or.
Which is the safe guess for them.
Yes. Well, the safe guess for the opponent is to use throw, because throw will either inflict a tiny amount of damage to you or a tiny amount of damage to the opponent.
Right.
So,
but if they can counter the throw?
Yes, and it inflicts a small amount of damage to the offensive player.
Right.
But all that's detailed in the official premium strategy. Anyway, moving on. This is not a strategy guide commercial, so moving on, we are back at the flow stage.
Dr. Dog commercial.
Yes, everything's about Dr. Dog. And so, this is what I'm talking about. You see how Chosen1 is pressing the offense. He is not letting Bayman get into his offensive drive, and it's working for him right now. Now, Rikuto forces his way in, and again, Chosen1 said, no, I'm not going to let you have your offensive momentum. And that's exactly what's working here. That's the only reason why this is working. Oh, here he is in this mix-up. He gets hit by that. Oh, you don't want your back against the wall against Bayman. And he just put himself right back in that situation.
Oh, not getting hit by that.
That's going to hurt. He is definitely on the ropes right now. He needs to press the offense again. And again, you know, he needs to recognize that free cancel. That was guaranteed, yes.
Oh. See, the thing with Bayman I have trouble with is that when Bayman is playing, I notice that sometimes you don't necessarily realize his full health because there's a guaranteed ground grab.
Exactly.
And then I think I'm still able to come back, but really he's getting like way more health than I remember.
Yep. He definitely hits very hard.
Yes. And especially, like, is it always guaranteed? How does that work?
So basically, just about any time the attack slams the opponent to the ground, or anytime the opponent does a tech roll, you get the guaranteed ground grab.
Ah.
So for example, if you do a knockback attack and the opponent doesn't catch themselves, you can run up and get a guaranteed ground throw. And as we see here, we see Chosen1 pressing the offense. And as I said earlier, I've said a ton of times against a Bayman player, especially one the caliber of Rikuto, you cannot let them get their offense going. And that's exactly what Chosen1's doing here. He's keeping the offensive pressure. He's staying in his face, although there he's backed up. But you see, he backed up and ran right back in, and that's exactly what he's going to need to do in order to continue his current 2-0 lead, or 2-1 lead in round count here.
Well, what does Chosen1 need to do exactly to kind of adapt to the Bayman aggression, the grapples? I mean, whatever it is that Bayman is just so...
Well, he's basically doing exactly what he needs to do, and that is press the offense. He cannot let Rikuto get started. He has to keep Rikuto playing defensive. He has to keep Rikuto blocking. He has to keep Rikuto guessing. That's the only way he's going to win. And you saw there, he pressed the offense. He did everything that he could to make sure that Brad was attacking and Rikuto and Bayman was blocking.
Right.
And that worked out in his favor.
Right.
Now, what we're going to have to see here is, will Rikuto bounce back and take the offense pressure for him? Or will Brad Wong continue the offensive pressure?
Well, is it just me, but you seem to say that you don't like it when people back away. Is that because DOA tends to favor the aggressor?
It absolutely does. And the other thing is... like,
in the sense that you have to really kind of be on top of your game of knowing exactly what's going to happen from them or predicting your person, predicting the other opponent.
Well, offensive momentum is so important in Dead or Alive. You know, when I'm playing...
What makes it so important?
Well, because, you know, you have the universal counter system. You have the fact that so many attacks are unsafe on block. But if you have the opponent stunned, it's a field day of guessing games. You know, so when you're forced to just block, it's like, okay, is it going to be unsafe? Is it safe? You know, do I size up here? There's too many unknowns. Whereas when the opponent's in stun, you know, you have the offensive power. You know, there's still guessing involved.
Right.
But it's not to the point of, you know, oh, if I guess wrong, then I'm going to, you know, eat a ton of damage, because counters have been toned down a little bit. But in this situation here, Chosen1 is not in a regular situation at all, because what's going to happen here is he's going to get up, if this is to kill him, which it almost does.
Ooh.
He's going to get up,
And that's not guaranteed, is it? You could tech roll out of that.
You might be able to take out of that situation. I'm not 100% sure. I don't believe it was guaranteed, but Chosen1 did not tech roll immediately,
right.
which probably meant he was going to do a wake-up kick.
Ah.
I don't know what Rikuto was doing there. He was going high, I guess. Now, Kat, it looks like you're not paying attention to your commentary, and instead you are posting on Twitter.
Okay, I'm really bad with sometimes keeping on top of my Twitter and my Facebook. Just naturally, I'm more playing video games all the time. So, yeah, this is a horrible time to do that, but, you know, you're such a great shoutcaster, Brian, that I know you could just cover for me.
Your outdated terminology again, shoutcasters. But getting back to the flaming...
Because nobody says shoutcasters.
Thank you, Malice. Thank you.
Is shoutcasting really... Okay, you're not shouting, you're right. You're commentating.
You know, I kind of feel like we're on Howard Stern.
Can I say
and
casting?
Malice is like our little...
Hell no!
We're not talking quite as inappropriate as Howard.
Yeah,
Do not. This is not esports. Do not use those words in this building.
Whoa, but
Wow.
but we are IPL, so we are esports representing.
Yeah.
Put on hold.
Well, you know what? You should keep an eye on IPL, because I think we're gonna have some announcements coming up soon.
I'm gonna keep an eye on it.
Okay, all right. You know, we might have something just for you. I'm gonna announce the Malice
right.
Invitational.
As long as they're not too against esports, hopefully they'll support it, right?
I'm not against it.
All
It
right.
sounded like he was against esports.
I know, I just got that vibe, didn't you?
I think we should ban Malice.
No,
from
I'm
IPL.
just.
Yeah, Malice banned from IPL. I think that's official. Yeah.
Oh,
wait. And we have a glitch.
What
Okay,
is that
hold
for?
on. Okay, so we have a glitch. It was at 30 seconds. You know, I'm thinking. Okay, looks like the players are just gonna play it out.
Play it out.
I want to emphasize this is an unfinished build, everybody.
Right.
This is not the final build.
Right.
There are still gonna be bugs.
It's gonna happen.
Yes. Now that bug will be taken care of before the retail build. Don't worry, guys. This build is actually dated early August. So this build currently was pressed 3 weeks ago.
Right.
And the code is probably a good month old.
Right. Exactly.
So. All right, now we're having some conversation here. It looks like
They're trying to figure out how to deal with that round because it's very touchy at that situation because do you deal with it? Do you reset that round? Does he get an advantage for that? Like, should there be something that should happen
and
for
it's
that?
funny because Rikuto is just sitting here cracking up while Chosen1's apparently trying to get that round played
Oh my
over.
god, this shit is hilarious.
Like Rikuto is just cracking up. He cannot find anything funny with this. Okay, so
Oh,
what are
okay.
they
Well,
gonna
he's
do?
laughing because he considers Bayman broken because obviously Bayman can put Brad in that situation.
Well,
Therefore-
obviously Bayman stopped time and space right there.
Exactly, and time and continuum is something I'm still working on, but it's
You should
definitely
watch
something
more Back to the
hard.
Future.
I like Doctor Who. You know.
Did he know about that glitch already?
Oh, Malice trying
Did
to...
he know about that glitch already?
Oh, hold on. You know, Malice, I'm going to give Rikuto the benefit of the doubt and say no.
No, absolutely not. I think that's why he's so livid at this, or like, you know, he's so kind of like excited and happy because when you discover things like this, it is a moment where you're just like laughing and kind of like, what the hell?
Take it in.
WTF kind of
Yeah, WTF, mate.
situation.
Fires and missiles. But you know what? In this situation, I really would like to
That
say
even Rikuto's asking us because I think he wants to know whether
Okay,
that
wait,
counts for
hold
a
on.
round or not.
Sorwa, can we get some explanation on what's going on here?
All right, we're getting a tournament director
going on,
here
Sorwa?
to tell us exactly what happened
Are
between
they
these
playing
guys.
it
Dr. Dog is trying to figure out from the tournament leader Sorwa, of course. Shout out to Sorwa from freestepdodge.com. For any of you that want information about Dead or Alive, of course, you can head over to Free Step Dodge. It's a forums where the DOA community kind of congregates and talks a lot about everything DOA5 related and, of course, DOA in general. So right now they're pausing the game because they don't know how to react to that situation. I mean, how do you guys feel when it comes to a pause or somebody bringing up the guide? Generally, there's standards for that. But in this situation, it was a glitch in the game. So what standards do you take for that?
Okay, so
you give them round?
I just talked to our tournament admin.
Adwin? Oh,
Adwin.
the Adwin.
Adwin.
Do you tell me
Wabies.
Adwin?
Wabies.
Oh.
Wabies is going to be playing next.
What did you tell me Adwin had you say?
So anyway, because I'm sure the stream is delighted to hear us talk like that. So what's going on here is Chosen1 and Rikuto are going to pick the same stage over again.
Right.
They're going to get it to the round count of 2 and 2 like it was before, and then they're going to
Okay.
reset that last round and play that over.
Okay, so kind of treating it like an accidental mishap.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like a third player pause or something.
Right, exactly.
Now, Kat, I'll go ahead and talk for a minute or so you can finish this tweet you've been
I'm
working on for the past 5
multitasking.
minutes. You're not multitasking very well.
I hear, like, not to, like, sound sexist or anything, but I hear females are better at multitasking.
Apparently that's not the case with you because
I
you've been working on this tweet for about 5 minutes and I've seen you delete it about
Don't you
3
got
or 4
that big
times.
money?
Hey,
Just hire somebody to do that for you.
no,
Right?
I know you got
Well,
that bank.
no. Clearly her parents got the money because they are the supreme ultimate gamers.
Well, either way, it's not that it's okay. What it is that, and I hate to hate on this, is the Windows Phone.
Hater.
The Windows
gonna-
Windows
Better
Phone.
get that Android, baby.
That's what
Right?
I'm saying. The Windows Phone doesn't even have swipe text.
So why are you still using it?
And the Windows
Gamer
Phone,
score because she's trying to catch up to her parents.
it has Xbox Live on it.
Oh
You
my
get,
God.
You get
Put it down.
You get achievements in Angry Birds.
Put it down.
You get achievements in Angry Birds. And
You can
freaking
play Angry Birds for free on
And
Android.
you know-
Well, you
you
get
know-
achievements.
You know, to
And you get a shitty phone, too.
exactly.
I've been brainwashed by Microsoft.
You know
so
what?
Excuse me.
Work on your
the
tweet.
problem.
Work on your tweet.
All right.
And you know what?
Go back to shoutcasting.
Wow. To quote Chris Matrix, you hate to see this type of thing happen.
What? All right. Tweeting.
Yes, just work on your tweet, guy.
Casting.
Okay, wait. Why did they just reset it again?
What is our stream link there?
But why do they
Stream-
stop it?
I need the something or other. I'm sure the people on the stream are telling me the stream link. I don't know. I'm confused. Now.
Okay, so they just play the one round. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so the count is what now?
It's 2-1 Chosen.
Okay, it's 2-1 Chosen1.
Yes.
8-way run is the
Yes.
link,
It's
right?
stream. It's,
Twitch,
twitch.tv/.
Twitch.tv/8way run.
All right.
Thank you, Malice. And
All those
now
people in the stream need to know that. So.
we are here on the Tiger Show stage. Nice duck there by Rikuto. Now, again, we're going to need to see Chosen1 applying as much pressure as possible to Bayman. That's the only way he's going to have a chance at winning this match and closing out the match set.
Well, you know, obviously what happened there with that whole round confusion and everything, it's going to mix up momentum.
Yeah, you know, having a huge stop like that and having to argue about it and figure out exactly what
Laugh
you're going to do.
and have different emotions.
It definitely takes both players out of the game. It takes them out of that thought process of being in the match and, you know, reading the opponent and all that stuff. So we'll see who can catch back on to that kind of drive fastest.
Exactly. Yeah, a lot of it's just adaptation, I think, is the biggest word in this game that I would definitely utilize or, like, find most important.
Is that a new word in your vocabulary? Adaptation?
I'm starting to expand it. That's like the biggest one I've gotten this week.
You know, do you get achievements for words with friends?
No, I don't do that.
Oh, no achievements.
Well, that's why I was kind of complaining about Windows Phone. No offense, Microsoft. That they're so protective of viruses and anti-malware, that whole thing, that they don't allow every app.
But can't you just log into Facebook and do words with friends via Facebook?
No, because it's a Facebook Windows app, which isn't as good as some other apps that are updated more often.
Put the phone down!
Yeah, exactly.
So getting back to the match, Rikuto is definitely back to the wall here. Now he's down 2-1, and that's going to do it.
That was...
You know, I almost feel as though maybe, I don't want to say Rikuto was jip, but it felt like that change in pace just
like
really
we were saying, the
killed it.
momentum really just either way.
Yeah.
We didn't pay enough attention to that. I feel bad that we didn't really pay close attention to the casting, what exactly happened there, because they're even look like they're discussing it right now too, because that, I think, really, like you said, that
was
really
very
threw off
unfortunate.
Rikuto.
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
I would be pretty upset.
And Rikuto
personally.
had the momentum going into that glitch.
Right.
You know, I almost feel like they should have just played the whole match over again